Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, that was easy. A lot of times, especially when I'm not on Wi-Fi, I was worried I was gonna have a problem connecting using cellular, but not
Yeah, seems like you
a
have good
problem.
connection.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. Um, yeah. I'm worried as there's gonna be a lot of people here soon, and I worry as a lot of people get here, if that's gonna slow down and change at all. I hope not, but
Too many signals.
yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Did you ever see the, Verizon has, like, these portable cell phone boosters that they bring to major events?
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, so smart, like Super Bowl and big events like that, big football games, they'll roll out these big boosters so people can still have cell phone coverage, so
Yeah.
that's pretty
I don't
cool.
know I don't know if you go to the gym, like, a ton, but it's weird if I go to the gym at, like, a super busy time, I'll be walking through
Mm.
there and, like, my earphones will just, like, stop working just because there's so many people there. I don't know if it's, like, interference with all of their headphones but it's only when it's busy that that happens.
Is it, are you streaming music, or is it on your phone?
No, it's just downloaded on my phone. That's the
Oh,
weird
okay,
thing.
'cau yeah, that part's weird 'cause I figured if it was streaming and all those people are straining the Wi-Fi, I figured that's what would cause that, you know?
Yeah, yeah, no, I think it's like a Bluetooth connection interference. Weird.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. I don't know. So I didn't advertise this live as much as I do the other ones. I just been so busy this week, I kinda slacked. So, I was wondering if it was gonna take longer for people to get on because I didn't advertise it as well, so I hope people see it and start joining us in the next minute or so.
Is this recorded as well? So are people gonna see this, like, afterward? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, this will be more people will see it after the live video than will during the live video. There's always several hundred people who see it after. And
Yeah.
every week so far, the amount of views on the live video has gone up and up and up every week. So
Hmm.
that's good.
How long have you
That's
been doing
good.
these lives for?
It's my fourth or fifth one. So you are the first company I've done one with, and
Oh,
I've done one, two, three, four. You're the fifth one total in the first company. So it just started.
okay. Who did you interview before me?
The first one I did was Drop It Like It's Scott. He's another gun tuber and just a good dude and a buddy of mine. Then I did Gear Know How, another gun tuber. RTT Guns, and then last week was Black Diamond Josh, gun tuber. He owns Fat Tack. Um, I figured the first several weeks I do this, I want to start off with not huge YouTube channels. And as I do it and get more comfortable and decide to do this permanently, then I've been blessed to have a lot of friends who have very big YouTube channels, but I don't want to get in front of like 500,000 people and not know what I'm doing and say something stupid and whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start. I'm surprised nobody's on yet, but we'll see what happens. Um,
Okay.
like I said, I should have advertised it more. So I always start every live with the same question, and just so you guys know, I was nice and I did give them a heads up that what this question was. Actually, let me back up. The live video, we're here with grab bags, and he's going to go over what grab bags is in a minute. And I've reviewed all the grab bag stuff in the past, but anyway, we start every live video with the same question. If you can meet anyone from the Bible besides Jesus, who are you picking?
So my question to that, or is it just strictly New Testament or is it Old Testament as well?
Old and new.
Okay. Because if we're doing both, I mean, there's a lot of people I'd like to meet, obviously. Like they're all awesome. But if I have to choose one that's not Jesus, it would probably have to be Moses.
Mm,
Because like when at any other point has like a society killed a bunch of babies, as awful as that is, to get rid of someone that's been prophesied to come other than Jesus, and that's Moses.
mm,
And so I don't know, I think it's just I think there's a lot to learn from all of them, but he's lived like his entire life of he's seen both sides. He's seen like the royalty, like extreme wealth side, and he's also seen the super like impoverished uh tribulation side of life. And then trying to lead a whole nation of people through the wilderness. Like that's just crazy. Like I'm sure there's a lot to learn from that man for sure.
Yeah, how many stories, like everybody in the Bible, like every main character in the Bible, how many stories could you learn that didn't make it in there? Like, you're getting the Cliff Notes version or whatever. How many amazing stories could they tell you is who
Right.
knows? Who knows?
Exactly.
All right, so tell everybody what Grab Bags is and what you do and whatever you want to tell everybody about your company.
Yeah, so grab bags. So grab stands for gun ready accessory bags. What makes us different than any other gun bag business is we don't mess around with zippers. No zippers on our bags, at least for where you keep your weapons. So to
Mhm.
demonstrate, I'll make sure I don't have my
Yeah,
insurance
no
in
weapon
here.
in there. YouTube
Uh,
doesn't like that.
so yeah, no zipper. So it's all magnetic all the way around right here. So when you're wearing it, you can wear it crossbody, fanny pack style. Tiberius likes to rock it fanny pack style. You can wear it crossbody like this, grab anywhere and rip that thing open, and then bam, ready to go. And then you can keep patches or tourniquets, whatever else you want in here, extra magazines. And then obviously we do have one zipper that's on the front for wallet, keys, credit card, AirPods, whatever. You have a back pocket right here for whatever else you want to keep in there. I have a bunch of business cards in there. That's just what
I
I
love
throw in
putting my
there.
phone in there. I think it's
Yeah.
a good pocket for the phone.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we specifically designed it for was for like a cell phone, but that has many uses. So
Yeah, whatever you wanna stick in there.
we have a small size, then we also have a large size. So you can kind of see the difference there. This one has my
So
insurance in it, so I'll leave that one closed.
what, what size handguns do you recommend for each bag? Like, what do you say?
Yeah, so smaller bags definitely geared more towards like a Glock 19 and smaller. So like your a lot of your subcompacts and compact guns are going to fit in the smaller bag, and then the larger one you're going to be able to fit a lot of your full size, Glock 17s, 1911s. I mean, you can fit pretty big firearms in there, especially if you cant them at an angle.
Mhm,
So, and all the holsters. So the holster you saw in that bag, like we make all of our own holsters. I mean, we believe that there's a time and a place for everything. So we do make in the waistband holsters. We make outside the waistband holsters. We're not selling any outside the waistband holsters online yet. We're waiting for a
mhm.
couple of things to happen. But we do sell them at gun shows. We have a few different options at the shows for that. But yeah, I mean, we make all of our own Kydex holsters, and then obviously our bags, and we do have a couple of new things coming this year. So we're super excited to release some new stuff coming. So
Do you have any ETAs on that? Rough ETAs or not yet?
yeah, I mean, we're hoping to have. So I mean, I'll just be frank. We have a new design coming out that we're hoping to have in hand to ship and sell to everyone by like probably August. We're looking at like August. So
Cool, very cool. Now I'm very concerned that no one has joined the live yet. There's gotta be something wrong here.
some sort of interference. Let
I
me see
don't
if I
know,
can.
yeah, if you wanna pull up your phone, maybe go to YouTube and see if you see it. Ah, I don't know if it's just YouTube throttling this video down or if it's I don't know because 'cause I'm not on Wi-Fi or
Dude, YouTube has throttled us the last like few videos that we posted.
mhm,
Shadow banned hard.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
bad.
it's constant on all platforms. It's like a roller coaster ride.
For real. Yeah, I am on. How do you get to the live? I don't see anywhere. I'm on your channel right now. Let's see
So go to
live.
go to subscriptions, and it should be in there. Shows you all the videos that people you follow or you're subscribed to or have released recently. Should be in there.
Let's see. Yeah, it's not showing that you're live on here.
Awesome.
That probably explains it.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm not sure why. That stinks, though. I'm like, it's 10 minutes in. There should be dozens of people on the video.
Yeah, I can't pull anything. I'm on my personal YouTube account too on here, looking at your channel, and it doesn't show you. It shows some other accounts that are live, but
Switch my Bluetooth. Can you still hear me?
yeah.
Oh, it went through my car. That's why. That's not ideal. There we go. Now I get you back. I don't know what you want to do. We can either reschedule this or we can just continue and see what happens. Or I don't want to waste your time.
No, I mean this is your live, man. I mean, you do what you need to do. Totally up to you. I'm fine with whatever. I can reschedule or we can continue either way.
Well, I guess let's chat for a couple more minutes, and if no one jumps on, then we'll reschedule it. I'm not sure how or why this is happening, but
Yeah, it's really
who knows?
bizarre.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. So the two things about the bags I wanted to mention is one, can you open it up again? Do you mind?
Mhm.
Besides being Velcro in there, there is Molly in there as well. And he mentioned it. If you want to put a tourniquet in there or something, that's what the Molly's for. You can run it through the Molly that's in there. And with the Velcro back, for the folks who don't know, that holster he has in there is a Velcro backed holster. So it's a holster. On the other side, there's Velcro. And you said you are making those or will be making those. What did you say?
The holsters?
The holsters with the Velcro back.
Oh yeah, we make these. Yeah,
Those
this
are
is
live.
all.
Okay.
Yep, yep. We have a holster shop. I mean, these are all live on our website. I mean, most people buy the bundle. So the bundle includes the bag, a holster, and then a magazine carrier. I'm using mine for a tourniquet, but you can use it for whatever, mag, tourniquet, flashlight, whatever.
Yep. And do you mind if I mention the Neo Mag panel that you sell as well?
Of course,
You don't happen to have one not near you, do you?
we are sold out. So we have not. I even sold mine. I sold my personal one at a gun show because someone
So
wanted it
yeah,
so
if
bad.
we got them to you sooner, you'd have them back in stock.
Yeah, we're just
Um,
waiting. We put in an order, so we're just waiting for them to get here, and we'll keep selling them.
yeah, it did ship, by the way, so you should have it any day. I
Perfect.
asked the shipping team. So the other option for bag carry like that is the Neo Mag hook and loop panel. It's a Velcro panel. So it's a similar idea to the holster that he showed you, but it works with any holster that has a 1.5 inch clip. So the back is Velcro. You could stick it in the bag, and then like there's this piece of curve or Tegris, whatever you want to call it, and the 1.5 inch holster clips will clip right into that adapter. So it's another way of carrying in a bag without having to buy another holster. You can just use your current one. So
Yeah, essentially it works like a belt, right?
yeah,
I mean,
that's a
you just clip it in there.
great way of explaining it. It's like a belt for your holster in your bag. I dig it.
Exactly.
I dig it. All right, what questions do you have for me?
Well, I wanted to ask you, I mean, obviously you've been working with Neomag for a little bit, but like when did you decide to start your own channel and like what inspired you to do that?
I love this story. So, um, way back in the day in like '06, '07, when YouTube started getting big and I'm seeing like Nuttin' Fancy and Mr. Guns and Gear and all the Such and all the old school gun tubers. Um, I'm watching them, I'm like, "I can do this." Like, I thought I could. I couldn't, but I thought I could do this. So I'm like, "I wanna do this." So I started my YouTube channel in 2008, and I shared my first video in 2020. So it took me 12 years to get the courage up to share my first video. and that is a terrible idea. This girl's gonna hit my Bronco, and I'm gonna be really angry. Um, it took me 12 years to get the courage up to do it. I always wanted to. I'm not a videographer. I'm not a photographer. I do have the gift to gab, and that's why I figured I could do it. And my like anyone, my first videos were terrible. Unless you're a videographer or photographer, your videos are gonna be terrible at first. But the only way to get better is to do it and figure things out. And the videos have slowly gotten better, and my channel is slowly growing more and more. And my goal is to do it full time eventually. That is 100% the goal to grow to that point. And I think part of the reason I was kind of hesitant to start my channel is I looked at a lot of the gun tubers like Mr. Guns and Gear, and like s- if you people who don't know, he is a legit badass. He has a huge military background, and me, I'm just some regular dude who likes to shoot. I'm not a cop. I'm not SWAT. I'm not military. So I was a little intimidating. But one of my buddies said, "There's 10,000 more people like me than there are some special forces, dude, and lots of people will relate to you because of that, just because 'cause you're some regular dude." And, that's kinda what got me over my hesitation to start making them.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's essentially the same as, like, if you look at, like, a UFC fighter, you're like, "Oh, that dude's awesome, like, I wanna learn from him," but, like, little do you know, like, there's a lot of people you walk past every day that have been training mixed martial arts for
yeah,
years, and they're probably the baddest dude in your city, and you just don't know, and they're just a
yep,
normal, regular dude. So,
yeah,
yeah, I love that.
awesome, awesome. What else you got for me?
Yeah, how long have you been working with Neomag, and, like, where did that relationship start?
So I've been with Neomag about a year and a half, almost 2 years. I think September will be 2 years. I've known Greg though for a long time. So before Neomag, I worked for Roscoe Manufacturing. That's a company who makes gun barrels. Before that, I worked for Inforce, light flashlight company, and then before that, I worked at Staples for 15 years. But when I worked at Inforce a long time ago, that's when I met Greg. Probably, and Greg's the owner of Neomag. For those who don't know, I met him probably 8-ish years ago, and we just clicked. When you meet somebody, you just click right from the beginning, like similar personalities, similar values, and we've been industry friends for the longest time. And when I was looking to move on from Roscoe, he was looking for another salesperson, and the timing was just right. And it's fantastic. It's my favorite job I've ever had. Working from home is amazing. I absolutely, it's not for everyone, but I love working from home. Love it. Being home with the dogs all day, and staying in my PJs if I choose to, and, it's the best, man. It's so, so good.
Good. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it's good. Alright, I'm gonna ask you one, even though I'm very concerned there's still nobody on this live. Um, so every video I ask a question of the week, and I usually make everybody on the live answer the question as well, so in this case, I'm just gonna have you answer it. If you could be a samurai, a pirate, or a cowboy, which one would you choose and why?
Mm,
Right?
wow.
Mhm.
Quite the question. Uh,
Samurai, pirate, or cowboy?
yeah, I mean, I'm probably just gonna have to go with the cowboy. I mean, that's just kind of the blood that runs through my veins.
Mm.
Cowboy. So yeah, Wild West, Doc
Where are
Holliday.
you guys located again?
We're in Utah.
Utah. Alright, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So my
pioneers.
first Say it again?
I said pioneers.
Yeah. My first thought was pirate at first because I love the ocean. I love being out on boats, and I'm like, "Yeah, I wanna be on the ocean. I wanna be a boat." That's what I wanna do, and then I started thinking about I'm like, "Yeah, but pirates just go around robbing people, and I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna do that part of being a pirate. I just wanna go out on a boat and live on the boat." So, because of that, I chose cowboy as well, even though being a samurai would be pretty cool.
Samurai would be cool. I don't know how long your lifespan would be, but
Mhm. I think the
But
life
cowboy,
expectancy, yeah.
yeah, yep, I think cowboy is the way I'd be rolling with Val Kilmer, rest in peace.
Yeah. I had that on my list to talk about too.
Oh,
Are you
sure.
a fan?
Oh, yeah, Doc Holliday, man. He's the best. So,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
He's been in some really big roles.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, what's
Yeah.
there's a movie called Heat, I believe,
Yeah.
where he's, like, robbing banks or something.
Yeah.
That show's
There's a lot
intense.
of yeah, there's a lot of, memes and video clips from that movie that get shown
Uh-huh.
and a lot of people don't know it's from that movie, but yeah, that one's always getting shown off.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. And he was older than I thought he was, actually. I thought he was much younger than that, but they said he was born, like, '59, I think it said, so still pretty young.
Yeah, yeah, so what does that put him, 60 something?
He was
65?
60, 25, 60. Oh man, this is math's embarrassing.
I don't know, I
60,
just remember
68,
oh, yeah, something like
69.
that.
Yeah, I think he was 68 or 69. Math is hard though.
Yeah, not for me.
No, I don't do math. All right, talk to me about your EDC. Being you sell products that help people with their EDC, what do you carry, both firearm and accessories, without again showing your firearm?
Yeah, so it's definitely situational. So that's one thing we always tell people is a lot of people think that, they go get their concealed carry permit and then they go buy their first firearm and they're good. And they have their holster. They go buy like a $30 Uncle Mike's holster, you know, at Sportsman's Warehouse or whatever.
Yep.
And they think that they're set. And then all of a sudden they either go to the gym or they go, to the pool or some other event where like you might not be able to carry in your waistband, and then they're like, "Oh, I guess I'll leave my gun at home or I'll leave it in the car." So again, it's very situational, at least for me with the things that I do in my life. So I do like to be very active. So a lot of times I'm wearing active wear, so like joggers or sport shorts. And even when I'm like right now, I'm wearing casual. I mean joggers. I don't have a belt though. It's like a drawstring, and there's other ways to carry in the waistband with those, but, um, yeah, so my daily carry, honestly, like, I carry in the waistband once in a while when I have, like, my belt, if I'm wearing, like, my jeans and my boots and, like, a flannel or something, and I'm taking my wife out to dinner or something, but typically, I carry in this, not gonna lie, all the time, and I'll tell you why. Because 1, I can get to my gun just as fast, and 2, it's way more comfortable. And then
Mhm.
3 I can carry more than just my gun. I can carry my tourniquet, and then I can carry other med kit. So, like, my other bag that I like to carry a lot of times, I have chest seals in there, I have combat gauze, and I have a full-size cat tourniquet. So, I mean, a lot of that stuff I wasn't carrying on my person when I was just carrying in the waistband. And, like, sure,
Yeah.
could you? Yeah, if you got, like, cargo pockets, whatever, but for me, I mean, I plan on carrying every day of my life, so to have a degree of comfort for me, like, that's a big factor. So I do like to be comfortable. I want to live my life with some degree of comfort. I mean, you're going to pay a price no matter what when you're carrying a firearm, whether it's in the waistband or off body. Um, but yeah, so I would say typically I'm carrying in this smaller bag. I will carry my larger one just depending on where I'm going. And then, yeah, I mean, inside the waistband, I'm wearing my jeans with a belt.
Cool. What's your go-to brand as far as carrying? What handguns do you prefer?
So I've always been a Glock dude,
Okay.
but but ever since I can't remember who it was, but I watched a video about the Sig X Macro, and I was like, okay, 17 rounds and
Yeah,
a gun that's like the same size as my Glock 43X. Yeah, you can't beat that. So then I went and shot it, and I was like, I really like this. So I went and bought a Sig X Macro. So that's what I'm rocking right now. Typically, in my larger bag, I have a Glock 19X. So
good choices. I I got so used to how thin those stack and a half guns are, like the 365 XL, the X Macro. Right now, I have a Canic Prime. Any of those guns are just not quite as wide as like a true double stack, like a Glock 19 or 17 or P320, whatever. And I can't go back now. Like I'm carrying a 365 XL, and I can't go back to a traditional double stack. It's so uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, if I'm carrying in the waistband, 100%, like, I'm going with the SIG. I'm not going
Yep.
with the Glock, that's w it's way too big.
It is, it is. So I truly do off body carry a lot, a ton, and anybody who follows me on Instagram in the summer will know this. Every day I off body carry in the summer. Like mine, I'm different. I'm a little different than you. In the winter, I carry on my belt because I'm wearing pants and a belt. But what second it warms up, I don't want to have shoes on. I don't want to have pants on. I want to have some short shorts on and a t-shirt and be super comfortable. And, because of that, I'll off-body carry every day, and I have a variety of bags. Obviously, yours is one of them. And, yeah, it's just so convenient and so easy. And like you said, it's not just the firearm. I can have a tourniquet in there because there's not really a great way to carry a tourniquet unless you're carrying it in a bag, and my keys and my AirPods and my wallet and key to my car, whatever. It's just so convenient and so easy.
Yeah, it's too easy. You just all you have to do is just pick up your bag and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Maybe do a
Yeah.
press check and then you're good.
I do get some looks with some of the bags around here, especially being in the Northeast in a not very gun-friendly area, especially the bigger bag. The bigger the bag, the more looks I get. So if I carry your big bag or other big bags, I get a little I get a little look sometimes
Oh,
in it,
yeah?
but I do. And I don't know if that's people looking at me like, "Do you have a gun?" Or if people looking at me like, "Why are you carrying a fanny pack? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I do get a lot of looks with bigger bags.
Yeah, well, and there's tons of keyboard warriors out there that are like, "Oh, everyone knows you're carrying a gun in that bag." It's like,
So
okay, maybe the people, because like, here's the deal: like, for someone like you or me, like, I'm gonna know someone's carrying pretty much either way, whether it's
mhm,
in the waistband or outside the waistband or off body. I'm gonna know either way, so I don't really care if for other people that are carrying to know I'm carrying because they're my backup anyways. And if by chance it is the quote unquote bad guy that knows that I have a gun, quite honestly, I don't really care because that tells them to stay away from me and my family. Don't mess with
yeah.
me. So,
Yeah,
but for the general public, I mean, that's really who we're concealing. That's who I want to conceal from is the general public. I don't want people calling 911, oh, this guy's got a gun. That's who me personally, that's who I'm concealing my firearm from. So,
100%, dude.
so
100%.
for me, it's not a concern.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's always a little different up here in the Northeast and anti-gun central.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Alright, what yeah, definitely. What else you got for me? I figured let's, answer a few more here.
Yeah, so there was one I was gonna ask you about, well, you already kinda answered the one because you I was gonna ask you what your background was, like, where all you had worked. So you worked for Enforce, worked for Staples. So I mean, obviously, you really like guns, so that's probably why you kinda transitioned towards the gun world. But, why did you leave Enforce? I mean, that's a pretty good company. I mean, lots of lights, and are you allowed to say? I don't know.
Yeah, I can say anything I want about leaving either company, and I'll never disparage anyone. So, for 20 years, I'll tell you a quick story. For 20 years, I worked in retail. I worked for Circuit City for 5 years, who you probably don't even remember, and then I worked for Staples for 15 years, and, sales, store manager, all sorts of different positions. And, I've always wanted to carry a firearm, and I always wanted a gun. We grew up with guns in the house. My dad never taught me to shoot. I never shot as a kid. We grew up in the city, and it's just yeah, I just never learned to shoot. So when I was getting married, I'm like, "Alright, if I'm getting married instead of family, I wanna have a firearm in the house, and I wanna learn," and went to the range. I shot a little .22 at the range, and I went home, and I told my wife, who was my fiancée at the time, I'm like, "This was awesome." She's like, "Okay, honey." I'm like, "No, that was awesome. She's like, okay, I get it. Yeah, you're happy, you're excited. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. She's like, you're gonna do what? Shoot? I'm like, this is gonna be my career. I don't know how. I said, but I will find a way to work in the gun industry somehow. And I just started getting super involved. And I didn't even know Enforce was in Rhode Island. I had no idea. And I was super involved at all the gun stores and all the ranges and the competitions and all the local Facebook groups. And the vice president of Enforce saw me like super involved and helping people get their permits and everything. And he said, "Hey, you have a sales background, and I need a sales job." And I was over the top excited. And I worked there, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, somewhere in between there. I don't remember how long. And I learned a ton. I knew the sales and the customer service part about the industry, and I learned so much. I left more for personal reasons than business reasons. You know, I had an HR manager at Staples a long time ago who always said, "People leave people, not companies." And that's typically the way it is. Most of the time, people leave people. And
Hmm,
I worked for Roscoe for about a year and a half, and I liked that as well. The owner of Roscoe and I got along really well. I liked him personally. Um, I liked there. I was running all of sales and marketing there, which was awesome, which was a big responsibility, and I enjoyed that. Um, the commute every day got to me. It was like an hour in the car each way, so it's like 10 hours a week, almost not quite 10 hours a week. And after a while, that just wears on you. I'm like, there's 10 hours I could be with my family. I could be working on my side hustle. I could be, a million different things I could be doing instead of sitting in the car. It was nice for Audible. I went through a lot of books in that year and a half, 10 hours a week. And then, yeah, like I said, the Neomag opportunity came up and I don't regret it.
that's awesome.
Mhm.
That's great. Well, so a follow-up question to that. So you didn't really have experience in guns growing up, and then you went to the range, shot the 22. That kind of piqued your interest. Have you? I mean, it seems like Neomag, you guys are pretty squared away with all of like your footage and stuff, and then even like your YouTube channel, like all your shooting. Like, surely you've had some formal training. Like, what kind of formal training have you had?
A lot, lot. So part of me getting involved in the local gun community was taking as many training classes as I could. So I started with really, really basic classes, and I worked my way up to more advanced, more advanced, more advanced. And then I started doing rifle training and shotgun training. So I've trained with every local instructor in this area. And after a while, I got to the point where I was kind of bored in those classes. So I started training with more well-known, bigger, um, instructors who are teaching things to a much higher level, and I've done a lot of training at the SIG Academy, Sig Sauer Academy. I've done a lot of CQB training. I've done tons of night training, night vision training. Um, there was a place in Connecticut called King's 33 that had a 360-degree live fire shoot house. So you could go in there with buddies, 360 degrees, clearing rooms, and they could move the walls and everything. I could tell you about that place for an hour alone, all the cool things they had at that place and all the cool training we took there. So, and then that was all before I started working in the gun industry. And then once I started working in the gun industry and I started all three companies, Enforce, Roscoe, and Neomag, are pretty involved in the gun industry. And they would go to a lot of different trainings. Like last year, we took 3 different trainings as Neomag employees. The owner flew us somewhere. We took 2, 3 days worth of training to be involved in the community and better ourselves, all on the Neomag owner's dime. He paid for us to go, to eat, to stay, everything. He invested that time and money in us, and, you know, that's pretty cool. So,
That's awesome. Yeah, that's
yeah,
way cool. I'd like to do that one day with my company.
yeah, it's fun. You'll get there. You'll get there. Um, I'm gonna end it now because 35 minutes in, there's clearly something wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna upload this, post it, and I'll see what happens. And then tomorrow, if nobody watches it, we'll have to, I don't know, we'll have to reschedule or redo it or something. Um, but dude, I'm so sorry. I have no idea what's happening, but we're gonna blame YouTube.
Yeah. Blame YouTube for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
100
Every
percent
time.
their fault. Yeah. Can
So
you hear
yeah,
that
no,
alarm going off?
yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you could hear it.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's all good. I'm sorry that I don't know what happened with YouTube, but man, they're cracking down. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like it's a couple different people. But yeah, they've definitely cracked down on us the last week and a half or so. So
Yeah, I doubt this is you. It's something I don't know what, but I don't think it's you. But I'll reach out tomorrow and let you know and go from there. And if anything, maybe this was just practice, and we can do it again.
good practice.
Yeah, practice makes progress.
Yeah.
All right, man. You have a good night. I'm gonna go watch my
Okay.
daughter sing and play the saxophone.
Yeah, there you go. Well, good luck with that. Have fun.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
Later.